Hello and welcome. So guys, here we are. We are in the last week of January and there have already been so many new launches. And today, of course, it is all about Valaya Exclusif. Now, this is a fragrance that as soon as we all heard that it was going to be launched, we were all just waiting for it. And of course, as soon as it became available, I did pick it up and I already shared a first impression with you. But today I am ready to give you all of the details around this new fragrance. And of course, I will be comparing it for you to the OG Valaya. I also wanted to let you know, in case you missed my last video, that I am hosting in partnership with the Harmonist a Neiman Marcus sponsored event on February 7th. Now, this is an event that, of course, you are all invited to. I will share here the invite with you. And I just wanted to thank all of you that have reached out to me to let me know if you could make it or not. I can't tell you how much the love and support really means to me. I really appreciate all of you. I wanted to also let you know that, of course, this event will be taking place in Neiman Marcus, Atlanta, and it'll be a night of just glamour and fun. All right, guys, but before we jump right in, if this is your first time here, I'm Arahi, and I'm your fragrance concierge because I am totally committed to creating the best fragrance experience for you. I upload videos multiple times a week, and in this channel, we love to talk about all types of fragrances. So if that sounds like the type of content that you're interested in and like a good plan, then please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget, leave a comment. Let's go, fam. Alright guys, so as to be expected, Valaya Exclusif, of course, was launched as part of the female collection or the ladies collection from Parfums de Marly. Previously, of course, you all know we've had Valaya and now we have Valaya Exclusif. So let's go ahead and jump into the detailed review of Valaya Exclusif, and after that, I will immediately share with you a very detailed comparison between this new Valaya Exclusif and the OG Valaya. So Valaya Exclusif is a fragrance, guys, that I can start by telling you definitely has its roots in Valaya the OG. But at that, this is a fragrance that opens up very, very zesty. It is a fresh opening, but it is also zesty. And I can clearly pick up on the bergamot and the mandarin. And it is very clear to my nose that it is mandarin. Now, as the olfactory journey continues, you start to pick up on the florals. But as the florals come in, there's something that happens with the scent. There's like a shift into a bit of a nutty quality to the fragrance. As that nuttiness kicks in, there's also like a warmth that comes to the fragrance. It is like a warm quality. It's not warm spicy, but I can't explain it, but that nuttiness adds like a warmth to the fragrance. Now, as the olfactory journey continues, the white florals make their appearance. And this fragrance, much like the original, is about the white florals. But I have to tell you that the lead here is definitely the orange blossom. Midway through the olfactory journey, you also start to pick up on a bit of powderiness. And the fragrance does become more and more powdery until we reach the dry down, where the powderiness subsides and it's there, but it's faint, like in the background. In addition to that powderiness, you're still going to have that very present and dominant orange blossom with just a tad bit of that nuttiness. As we approach the dry down, the vanilla, which has been present from the beginning, but appeared first quite faint and like in the background, makes its stellar appearance, becoming not a dominant note, but a note that, while very present, pairs beautifully with the white florals and that nuttiness that is still there. As we approach the dry down, the vanilla intensifies more, that freshness that the fragrance opened up with, that zestiness kind of takes a back seat, and it's all about the vanilla, the white florals, and a woody background, which adds character and depth to the fragrance. So all in all, if you ask me, okay, Arahi, so what are the accords of this fragrance? Well, I can tell you that this fragrance is fresh and it has a bit of zestiness to it. There's a tad of woodiness, which is amplified towards the dry down. You have quite a bit of vanilla. You have nuttiness, which adds like a warmth to the fragrance. And this is definitely a white florals fragrance. So the presence of white florals is definitely always in the olfactory journey and throughout the wear of the fragrance, as to be expected. This fragrance has no oud, no musk, and I think it is best suited for all ages, any season of the year, any occasion, day or night, which makes this fragrance a bit different than the original Valaya, but I'll talk more about that in a minute. Now, as far as performance, this fragrance is giving me a full day wear. It has a very strong projection on my skin during, I would say, the first 90 minutes. It doesn't quite reach 2 hours, but after that, it does become a skin scent that allows me to sniff it for like another 2 hours. And then after that, it becomes an intimate skin scent that will take me all throughout the day. I can also tell you that I've worn this fragrance twice now, and I have not received any compliments, but I do believe that it does have a reasonably moderate sillage. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump right into the comparison of these two fragrances. So here we have Valaya and here we have Valaya Exclusif. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the notes comparison. All right, so the way that I want to approach this comparison is I just want to tell you my take on Valaya, right? So let me just start by saying that there is a difference between these two fragrances. Valaya for me is what I would consider to be a freshie. But typically when we say freshie, you're always talking about a fragrance that is designed more for like the gents, right? Leaning heavy to the masculine side. But no, for me, Valaya has been the perfect freshie for a lady all along. Because for me, it's more of a freshie, it's also been a fragrance that I prefer to pull during the spring and summer seasons. I really, rarely to never pull this fragrance during the fall and winter seasons because, again, it has a very fresh opening and it has a very fresh wear. This fragrance to me is perfect for daytime occasions, and it is a fragrance that I never pull for dressier or more formal occasions and or events. Valaya is a fragrance that I do enjoy. I think it's beautiful, but in my collection, it has always had its place, right? I pull it for certain occasions and I reserve it for certain occasions. It's a very smooth, very elegant, very sophisticated, freshy type fragrance. Now, if we compare Valaya and Valaya Exclusif, here's what I have to say. So Valaya Exclusif to me comes to fill a gap that we've always had with Valaya. Now I call it gap to kind of explain myself because I don't think that there was anything really lacking or missing in the OG Valaya. I think that Valaya filled the space that it was designed to do so as a fragrance that is elegant and while being a freshie is not necessarily just for gents or a freshie that you can only use for very casual occasions. But this fragrance, Valaya the OG, was never for me a versatile fragrance. Now fast forward to Valaya Exclusif, I can tell you that Valaya Exclusif for me is a fragrance that is so versatile, guys, that you could make it your signature scent. This fragrance, while being without a shadow of a doubt rooted or a flanker to the OG Valaya, because there are instances in the olfactory journey where you will pick up on the OG Valaya, just not as fresh as the OG Valaya. But while at that, there's a warmth and there's a bit like more warmth, more of a dense kind of fragrance than the OG Valaya, making it a fragrance, guys, that you can use any season of the year for any occasion, day or night. So while I reserved Valaya the OG for the spring and summer seasons, now I can wear this one all throughout the year. Where I felt that there were occasions that I could not use Valaya for because of that freshy quality, now Valaya Exclusif allows me to be able to dress it up, dress it down, start my day with it, and if I'm going to an event in the evening, just respray and be able to use it and still feel elegant and sophisticated. It's not necessarily a sexy fragrance, but it is definitely a fragrance that speaks to being dressy if you so desire to do so. I think that if you are an original Valaya lover, Valaya Exclusif comes to complete your fragrance wardrobe, because now you have a fragrance that in Valaya the OG that you can use for earlier and more casual occasions during the day, and then you have Valaya Exclusif that fills the gap and allows you to wear the same kind of scent profile for more dressy or formal occasions. Now I know that you guys have several questions for me, and I'm going to try and answer what I think are going to be your questions. The first one may be, if I own Valaya, do I need Valaya Exclusif? I'm sorry to tell you that I think that if you own Valaya and you enjoy it and you really love the fragrance, I think that it is a good idea for you to pick up Valaya Exclusif, because you will find that Valaya Exclusif, yet again, like completes or fills a gap that you may have felt in certain instances when it comes to Valaya the original. Now, another question you may have is, well, Arahi, which one do you prefer? If I don't have any of the two, which one should I pick up? Well, I'm sorry to also tell you, but for me, if you can only pick up one, then I would say pick up Valaya Exclusif, because Valaya Exclusif, as I explained before, guys, is a very versatile fragrance. It will allow you to wear it around the clock if necessary and for any occasion. So this Valaya Exclusif is the ultimate versatile fragrance within the two. Another question that some of you may have is, which one performs better? Well, I can tell you that on my skin, these both perform pretty much the same. They are not beast mode at all, guys. They were not designed to be beast mode, I'm pretty sure. This is just a fragrance and a scent profile that is so lovely and just a beautiful fragrance to have in your collection. Now, if you've never tried Valaya the OG, what I do recommend is that you try to get yourself a sample of each one and put it to the test on your skin, and I am sure, I promise you, you'll be able to make a decision almost immediately. All in all, for me, guys, I think that Parfums de Marly did do a great job with Valaya Exclusif, and they very strategically, in my opinion, filled a gap that we had with Valaya. So this is truly a flanker in my opinion, because I am getting Valaya OG, but in my opinion, a better version if you're looking to just own one fragrance. For me, I am just loving the fact that I have Valaya the OG and now I have Valaya Exclusif, and I feel that it's like the perfect combination to have in your collection. Alright guys, so we've reached the end of today's video, and I just wanted to come on here and share with you my detailed review of Valaya Exclusif. I think that this is a solid release from Parfums de Marly. I am really glad that I picked it up, and I'm really glad that they approached it the way that they did. This is not just a more intense version of Valaya the OG, in my opinion. No, this is a fragrance that was designed in a very strategic way. It's almost like they truly identified the gaps or what was missing for us within Valaya the OG, and then they developed Valaya Exclusif, and it came out beautifully. Anyway guys, let me know if you're planning to try one of these two fragrances or both, or just Valaya Exclusif. Have you tried it? If you have, how do you feel about it? Anyway, just share your thoughts, as I'm always very curious. I hope that this was really enjoyable for you. Thank you so much for hanging with me today as always, and I will see you all in the next video.